It would seem to me that there would be anxious home buyers that can't get the mortgage based on, their income or the bank's requirements increasing. So I guess I have to ask the question is, say you buy a property for $200,000. You put a little, the person who brings it to you does a little elbow grease, and they put it on the market for 3.25. Okay, you have a $125,000 profit. But you have a buyer that comes in who can't get that first mortgage without you taking back some of the debt. I guess that's an opportunity to take a continuing equity position. So if the buyer defaults, you come back in and buy the property at even a less price.
That's correct, and there are many private lenders that do that also. And then again, there's a lot of investors that don't want to be in the deal that long. I'm often asked, well, if you lend your money, when do you want it back? I say tomorrow, but I want my interest for the 6 months. I'd like to get it back tomorrow. Of course, that doesn't work, but again, it's that sense of comfort that knowing that your money's coming back. Unless you're more experienced, a more experienced real estate a private lender will go out and they'll give them a second mortgage on the property, and they'll wait to get their return, and or if something happens to the property, they'll get it back.
Two-part question for you. Residential real estate market as bad as it gets, or is it getting worse? And secondly, are we going to get a move into commercial real estate being impacted as well?
Well, I think, and certainly from what I hear, I don't think the market is going to be turning around anytime soon, and that's basically because of the influx of foreclosures that are coming out. I believe there was last year something like 960,000, went to 1.5 million, and now they expect it to be 2 million this year. So I don't know. Right now, the market I think needs a little bit more time to give a little correction there. And as far as commercial again, for a private lender, little different area. Residential is easier. People are always looking for homes. They need a place to live. Commercial, and I'm sure you've seen commercial sites that are sitting. Okay, they need a business to come in that can afford to pay the rent, and that will stay there. I have seen the commercial market dipping a little bit also right now, but that's just because with the economy, everything is dipping.
Can you use your 401k money to to finance this, or IRA money?
Absolutely. This is one of the best ways for a private lender to lend money. They have money sitting in the IRA, self-directed IRA, 401k pension plans that's sitting there that they can't touch anyway. So why not take that money and invest it into a real estate project? And I'm talking short-term real estate, right? Just like we said, single families, 1, 2, multiple families, 3 maybe, that's it. And it's nice, it's quick, and again, it's going to be secured by all the documents some that we mentioned before. But an IRA is just great. In fact, I have my IRA money out now.
And do you turn over your IRA money at, how many times a year do you turn over your money, I guess is the question.
That's another thing. When we talk about 15 and 20%, don't forget, if you're lending out $200,000, making just say 15%, and you're getting a $30,000, that's maybe in a 3-month to 6-month time period. If you take that money and reinvest it again, I mean, you're now making twice as much as just lending it out for the 3 months. So you could do it 2 or 3 or 4 times a year with the same money.
And that's how you get to 40%, or by participating in the property.
Well, it'll probably even come to more than 40%. Yeah, absolutely. How you get to the 40% is by taking equity positions that a lot of real estate investors will give. I mean, if they don't have the money, they certainly don't want to pass a deal, and they're just basically making you a partner in the deal.
If you were going to search for more information on Quick Lender, this whole process, what would you type into Google?
Quick turn real estate. You'll get a lot flipping properties. That's another term that's used. Okay, and one will get a lot of information just by going to some of the sites. It was a hot topic and a hot market even up until now about flipping properties, and there certainly are a lot of organizations throughout the country that also give educational programs on it. You can go on, if you'd like to network in some of these organizations, you can go on. There's a site, National REIA, it's nationalreia.com, and they'll give you all of the REIA groups across the country. We call them REIA because it's Real Estate Investors Association. And usually, like with mine, I'm up in New Jersey, the real estate investment organization is called Garden State Real Estate Investors Association, and we have about 800 members. You can go to Connecticut, Long Island. It's usually the first two digits of the state. Long Island Real Estate, LI, RIA, Connecticut, CT, RIA, Ohio, OH, RIA. And you can go and you can learn how to become a member there. And like I said, they have all the information. They have a lot of educational programs, and they teach from beginners to seasoned investors the new methods that other investors are using to make money in this market.
Are there any areas of the country where you would stay away from? Example, California, there's been lots of foreclosures. Ohio, we hear about it. Florida, to a certain degree, is getting foreclosures. What's your thought on that? Are there areas that you really like, and there are also areas that you would just avoid right now?
The only areas that I avoid are, and it doesn't really matter where in the country, are just areas that are undesirable, okay? We don't like to go in war zone neighborhoods where there's a lot of crime area. That's not a good place for anyone to invest their money.
So a bargain is not necessarily a bargain.
No, you can't. And I've seen a lot of people go, way upstate New York and buying properties very inexpensively, but there wasn't a market to resell them right now. So you need to be careful of that. But if you're in a good area and you can get the homes for a very, low price, a discounted price, so you can sell it at a lower price, you'll do okay.
Glenn, thank you for joining us. Next week, we have a very special guest, Dr. William Gruss, MD, a world-renowned cardiologist and author of a new book, The Cardiologist's Guide to Anti-Aging, Antioxidants, and Resveratrol. I'm James DeGiorgia.
And I'm Jeff Garbaz. For the Market Guys, good night.
To receive a copy of your favorite Wealth and Wisdom episode, or if you have a question or comment about our program, please feel free to write us at Wealth and Wisdom, care of WXEL, P.O. Box 6607, West Palm Beach, Florida 33405. Or call us at 1-800-915-9935, extension 4477. We look forward to hearing from you soon.
Finest known, specializing in retirement portfolios through precious metals commodity investments. Information about Finest Known's gold investment program and other precious metal investments is available at 1-866-697-GOLD.